It's me. This is my class. And today we're going to discuss if PTSD is actually considered a disease nowadays. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Picture yourself overseas multiple times. Early in the war, you're face down, in the prone, actually having to fire back at the enemy, not sure whether or not you're going to make it back alive or not. You're doing it for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. And that's actually the life you start getting used to. Not because it happened once or twice, it's because it's happened multiple times, on multiple tours, multiple different times of the year. And then you have to come back and readjust to this kind of, to a different kind of lifestyle that you're once used to. So you're out here in country, Afghanistan or Iraq in the earlier part of the war, fighting for your life. Now you're back home, trying to readjust. It gets difficult, and a lot of people don't have the capability to depict what's real and what's fake. So they might be driving down the road, and all their training that they've done over the years has put them in, man, now I have to really focus on the threats on the road back in Afghanistan or Iraq. And then you get home and you still have that mindset, like you can't break that code in your brain. Like, man, I'm driving down the highway just about to go to my buddy's house, but man, what's that over there? Is that an ID? Why is this guy behind me tailing me so much? Why is this car in front of me driving so slow? Or what's this kid doing over here playing? Like, they can't depict that. I'll tell you a story about myself. Like, I deployed in 2010 to 2011. I'm not saying I really had an intense firefight all the time, every day. You know, when I was there, I was constantly getting shot at. But my biggest fear, like when I was overseas, was the IDF attack, which was indirect fire. So I'm sitting in my bed in the middle of the night, and it comes in, boom, boom, and you wake up, you know, you do your routine, you put your gear on, you go to the bunker, and then after I got home, actually, like, believe it or not, if I heard a bump or bang in the middle of the night, sometimes it would make me jerk and jump up. Now, I'm not saying that I had PTSD, but I've talked to multiple medics, or people who have had PTSD, or people who claim that doctors prescribe them with PTSD, and that I might have a slight case. There's different cases of percentages with PTSD. There's some people like me who, you know, sometimes a little thing will set me off and I'm going crazy, or perhaps I hear a bump or bang in the middle of the night and I'm jumping out of bed. I mean, there's different percentages. I'm not saying I'm one of those cases that have a huge percentage that I can't depict reality from actual things I did overseas. Now, another scenario, not really a scenario, a good friend of mine, she had a boyfriend who went, like he was a Marine, went overseas, you know, came back, everything was fine. One day, they got in an argument, and of course, he's been drinking. He locks himself in the room, she busts down the door, he has a gun to his head, she's saying, I bet you won't do it. And then he's like, watch me, bam, he kills himself. So, and they actually think, after like going with the studies, and they actually think that he might have had PTSD. A lot of people don't know how to get help, and that's where this problem lies. Like me, yeah, I probably have a small case of PTSD, but it's not something I'm going to run to my doctor or run to my physician and start claiming PTSD for the benefits, because a lot of people do that. A lot of these sources you can look on brain health, and they actually scan your brain to see what part of the brain actually causes this kind of reaction or problem that you may have. Also, you can also find all like these statistics and some stories on WebMD, also ABC News /Chris Kyle, because as you probably already heard, they had Chris Kyle's killer actually claimed PTSD, but yet he's never seen a combat. How can you claim post-traumatic stress disorder from being in the military if you haven't been in combat? I mean, I know, sadly, I actually have a picture of him. One of my old platoon sergeants actually just killed himself. That's him right there. I want to show him being happy because just before he killed himself, 2 months before I saw him, he was the same guy, happy-go-lucky, nicest guy in the world. And 2 months after I saw him, he actually went home from Afghanistan early. And in December 2016, I found out that he killed himself. That's like you would never think that of him. It's not nicest guy in the world. You sit there and talk to him, no issue. But with the war being how it is, constant rotations, constant deployments, the stress of our job of always being away from home, and even if we are home, we're training, doing this, we're doing that, we're constantly not home, always being away. I mean, it puts a toll not only on the soldier itself, but also on the family. So, I mean, it's hard, but you can find help. A lot of places can find help. You can talk to your local medic, like the medics that you see every day when you go to work. All that. There's also your chaplain. You can see your chaplain. The Army also offers a lot of programs that offer help. I know this speech was supposed to be more for me to persuade you if PTSD is a real disease or not. I think by telling these stories that you may have a better picture of how it's like a silent killer in the Army. So I hope that this has been beneficial. And I wanted this to be me telling you my experience with PTSD and how I don't claim it, and how it's affected the people, and how these deployments and rotations are also hurting us as well. The constant coming over, going back, coming over, and coming back. So I hope that you guys can maybe get a perspective of what PTSD actually is and how it does affect us.